So what happens when you break a thread? And I'm going to just simulate it by clipping my lower looper. If I just go ahead and rethread my lower looper and try to stitch, it is not going to work. Why? Well, the key is, do you remember when we started off, we said there is a proper order for threading a serger. We do loopers first and needles second. Now, I know you won't be able to see it, but on your serger when you're at home, I want you to be able to look underneath. Right now, the two needles, so I've got green and orange in there, they are linked underneath this lower looper. So if I just thread my blue upper looper back into where it needs to go, I am not going to get, they're not four individual threads that were threaded in the right order. We had left those threads down and underneath. So here's what I'm going to do. I've kind of pulled these out and I'm going to clip it. So let's got rid of the chain. But here's what I'm going to do is I'm going to see those two threads. You can see them right there. Cool. Is I'm going to just take, so some books say if you have to rethread a looper, upper or lower, clip the needle threads, fix the loopers, and then rethread your needles. So how many of you don't want to have to rethread your needles? Here's the trick. You need to clear those needle threads out from underneath your throat plate, because if you leave them underneath, it just won't work. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to slide something thin, scissors, tweezers, your screwdriver, underneath those two threads, swoop them so they come out from underneath the throat plate. So now they're going right through the needles and out to the back side, like they should. Let's fix that lower looper. So I'm going to just go ahead and kind of, well, actually it's the upper looper, okay? And if you want, you can kind of pull this red thread. He's my lower looper. I'll kind of slide him out of the way because he was technically thread second. We'll thread the upper looper. Slide him back just a little bit, make it a little easier to get a hold of. There we go. And then if I wanted to, I can kind of pull that red thread, my lower looper thread, kind of over the top, because that's kind of how it goes, is blue thread first, red thread second. And then when we go to start, those needle threads are right where they need to be. Out of the way, not down below as you go. Oh, just another thing, if you have your door open, it does not sew. So if for any reason something is blocking that, that will keep the sensor off and your light will be on, your foot control will be plugged in, but nothing will actually work. And there we go. And that's how you fix a broken thread of a looper or a upper or lower looper. Just make sure you clear your threads. If you don't do that and you rethread your entire machine in the right order, that will fix it too.